Thought it would be a good idea to do a couple more guess method examples. So here's one from the quiz. How many miles is 20,000 leagues? Now it says miles, not nautical miles, so we're going to go all the way to actual miles. So we're going to start by writing down our given, which is 20,000 leagues. And this is going to be somewhat complicated, so I think I'm going to put together a roadmap here. I can go from leagues to nautical miles, and from nautical miles to cable lengths, and from cable lengths I can go to fathoms, and from fathoms I can go to feet, and from feet I can go to miles. So that's how I'm going to attack this. I'm going all the way to miles. So I got 20,000 leagues. For every 1 league, I've got 3 nautical miles. I'm pulling that right from there. So 3 nautical miles on top, 1 league on the bottom, so that my leagues cancel. And then I'm going to go from nautical miles to cable lengths. For every 1 nautical mile, we've got 10 cable lengths. I'm getting that from there. And then for every 1 cable length, I've got 100 fathoms. So 1 cable length on the bottom. And it's 100 fathoms. From fathoms, I can go to feet. Getting that from here. So that's 6 feet for every 1 fathom. Now, something that's not written here that I just happen to know, I know that for every 1 mile, there are 5,280 feet. So I'm going to use that next. I could use, probably a combination of these maybe. I could go from feet to yards, yards to rods, rods to furlongs, and furlongs to miles, but I'm not going to take that route. So for every 1 mile, I've got 5,280 feet. So let's check the units here and make sure they all cancel properly. Leagues is going to cancel leagues. Nautical miles is going to cancel nautical miles. Cable lengths cancels cable lengths. Fathoms cancels fathoms. Feet cancels feet. And I'm all set. So at this point, I can go ahead and grab the calculator. So I'm going to do that. Where is my calculator? There it is. Let's put that over here where it's out of the way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this the shortcut way. Turn that on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply across the top, and then I'm going to divide by whatever's on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 20,000 times 3 times 10 times 100 times 6 times 1 isn't going to change anything. Then I'm going to hit enter so I don't have to worry about my order of operations. I'm taking care of the top. Now I'm going to divide by everything on the bottom. So I would divide by 1, which isn't going to change anything. 1 isn't going to change anything. Basically, I only need to divide by 5,280. So I got my answer divided by 5,280. Hit enter, and I get 68,181.8. So let's do this. So I get my calculator answer is 68 68,181.818, repeating 818, etc. That is in miles. Now, sig fig wise, in the quiz, it didn't say that 20,000 was exact. It doesn't say that it's exact here, so I'm going to assume that this has one sig fig. Obviously, that's going to be my least number of sig figs, so I'm just going to go right to one sig fig for this. So I'm going to keep my 6, but before I get rid of everything else, I look here. That's an 8. That's going to make my 6 round up to a 7. Now, I can't just leave that as 7. 7 is nowhere near 68,181. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some zeros on the end of it to make it closer to the number. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros on there. I'm going to get 70,000, which is a lot closer to 68,000 than just 7. So it's 7,000 miles is my sig fig answer.